What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hattie here if you are new. And I don't even know what stop we're at. I think we're at stop number 5, 4 or 5. I don't know. Apologies. Brain is frazzled. But anyway, we're at the next stop, the next destination of the gyms in Texas. And I'm at Factory Gym in Austin, which I'm very, very excited about. Looking, it's pretty green. It's pretty green, which is very cool. I love how it's giving Ultraflex vibes where everything's basically colored all the same. There's a few odd pieces which aren't green, but everything has like the underlying color theme going on, which is cool. Anyway, I'm in for a little back day today. I know the last time I did back, it was meant to be a full upper. That didn't go to plan. I'm gonna see what happens today. I'm finally feeling a little bit better in terms of my cold, so I still sound a little bit nasally, but I'm definitely feeling better. I've got some food in me, I've got a monster down me, so she's feeling good. I'm feeling ready to go. So yeah, I haven't really had a look. I haven't had a walk around Apple to see what they've got, the kit, the brands, anything like that. So it's pretty much gonna be a case of go in, see what's what. I'm gonna stick to a similar sort of routine. As I say, if it's full upper, just back, I don't know. She doesn't know anymore. Like, I mean, I can't even book my hotel earlier than 24 hours before I actually get there. So if you think I'm gonna be doing a plan with my workout before getting to the gym, then you're wrong. But anyway, I'm very, very excited for this one. It's the only gym in Austin that I'm training at, and yeah, I'm excited, and it's gonna be a good one. So let's get into today's session. Turn up. So I'm actually quite happy because I found another new piece of equipment that I've never tried before. It's the Arsenal Strength, some form of a pull down, and it is each arm individual basically, so you're not pulling both together. So I'm gonna do it together anyway, just because I want to, as opposed to single arm. I will throw some single arm movements in at some point. I just obviously don't know my plan. But I've just basically just tried it just to see if it kind of feels nice. Because it's a set width apart, you can't adjust how narrow or wide you want your handles. It actually feels quite nice. It is a back to front one as well, so rather than facing into the machine and pulling down, you've got your pads here, so it's a reverse. So essentially you'll be sitting facing outwards against the machine, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna start warming up, gonna see how it feels, and get a few steps in. Let's get into the juicy stuff. I'm not gonna fuck around today. I'm just gonna get in, train hard, lift some heavy weights, have fun, and go from there. Okay, that actually changes a lot with just a half plate. No ego lifting, I'm just gonna drop that down. That, I've had machines before where you literally do like a plate, and then the second you add even just like 5 kilos onto it, it's as if you've added on about 50. And I had that in, I think it was the Shed in Cheltenham. And I was like, what's going on here? It's basically like magic. Like 1 minute is fine, the next minute it's like you add on the tinsiest bit and it just tips you over the edge. So that's a no, because I'm not getting any more than about 3 reps. Rogers row, seated row. You can do it unilateral or together again as like the other one. I was going to do a T-bar row behind me, which is the Arsenal one. Didn't realize it was basically a 3-bar barbell, and I just didn't want to do it because it's going to be free weight essentially, and it's not got like a stabilizer in it, so I have to like stabilize it myself, and I just don't want to do that. So yeah, gone on to a row. I think I'm going to do single arm. The only annoying thing is because it narrows, so it's a little bit wider here, and then the bars go inwards. When I'm doing single arm, I'm like gracing the side of my leg. So like, I'm gonna have to figure out how the hell I'm gonna sit, but like it feels nicer inwards. So I can just like squeeze my leg in, it should be okay. But I'm gonna go for that. I think I'm gonna do single arm on this, just to get more of control, more of a connection, and it'll hit my lower lats, all being well. Right, warm-up set's done. 6 sets I did like 2. I figured moving my leg outwards allows for more room. Also, if you ever see me or other people basically touching muscles when they're doing the set, it's more just like a cue as a mind-muscle connection. So it sounds really stupid, but sometimes you need to just think about the muscle that you're working and concentrate on that particular area. And then by touching it, it just enforces that a little bit more. So by me doing it, I'm basically feeling it to make sure it's engaged. Like that's literally it. So you can feel when a muscle is engaged and actually working, and that is simply what I am doing. So that's like obviously not engaged. That there is tense, it's engaged. So it means that I'm working the muscle, therefore building it. So yeah, if you think that some people are weird, like sometimes holding certain parts of their body when they're doing a movement, 9 times out of 10, that's why. It's just added mind-muscle connection cue. But yeah, I'm gonna go into my top set, see what weight we can move, and send it. I mean, probably not the most cleanest of reps, but she moved the weight, and it's one of those days where I'm just trying to like do it, basically. Just done a dual arm, basically like a pull down, I guess. I don't know the actual name of it, I'm not entirely sure, but dual arm. Went heavy on that. I think I did like 2 or 3 sets, and I'm now just gonna do a little bit more on single arm, just to add like a little bit more tension on it. Again, I've said it before in other videos, I like single movements in terms of single arm, single leg, whatever, because if you've got one side more dominant than the other, it means you can counteract that. So rather than one side taking over, if you're doing both together, you can get the most out of each side. So you can push it more to failure, and it can potentially stop imbalances or small imbalances. That's what I find. So yeah, doing a couple of single arms at the moment. I think I might then go into a seated row. I think that's the plan. But yeah, it's going good. Also, I just want to give a little shout out. I don't know if she's even going to be watching it now, but maybe. Thank you if you are. I don't know how much I can say that people over here in America, everywhere I've stopped so far, are just lovely and more friendly than the UK. Like, and I don't mean that in a nasty way to say that everybody in the UK are just like resting bitch face. I mean, I'm probably one of them, but I've never had so many people come up to me and just say hello or smile or give me a compliment or just start a conversation or whatever it might be. Anyway, a lovely, lovely girl, Alexa, I think it's Snyder, I think. Sorry if I got that wrong. She's an IFBB pro. She came over and just basically gave me a lovely little compliment. Then we got chatting and had a really nice conversation. But honestly, everyone here is so nice and I just can't get over it because it's just not what I'm used to. And I think the fact that in the UK, everybody's quite standoffish and they don't want to interrupt people or like say anything or say hi, whatever, it then makes you not want to. So yeah, it's just really nice being here and it's giving me a kick up the arse for when I go home. So actually, if I see someone that's doing well or whatever, just go and say hey or say something nice. Because 9 times out of 10, someone is actually thinking something as a compliment. But like me, you're just too scared to go and say it to them. But yeah, shout out to Alexa. She was so nice. I've moved on to my last, technically back, like specific back movement, and this time I will do a little bit of delts because I need to. But I'm doing a seated row. It's the mag grip, which I like, but I really struggle to do like controlled reps with no straps. My grip strength is diabolical. It's awful. I just don't train it, and I've trained that long now using straps that I've kind of forgotten how to use actual grip strength. So yeah, I rely on them far too much. So it means that when I do use a mag grip for a row or a pull down or whatever it is, I tend to end up using a lot more momentum in my movement as opposed to like controlled, because it genuinely just hurts my hands a lot. And I mean, you can't see it at the moment, but like the calluses across my hands, they're nasty. You'll probably find that watching me do this, I will use a lot more momentum, and it's one of those things, like I don't think it's a bad thing. Like if you're still moving the weight, you're moving the weight, but it's not going to be as controlled, as isolated, as whatever, as some people nowadays say, like you have to have a controlled, strict rep for it to do anything, which is, in my opinion, total bollocks. If you're moving the weight and you're using the muscle, you're using that muscle. It may not be optimal, which is a word thrown around a lot with bodybuilders or gym goers nowadays, but I'm like, you know what? Screw optimal. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to grow. so what if the same thing takes me, I don't know, 2 years to grow my physique as opposed to doing it in a year if I were to do it optimally, if that's what it were. I'd rather just move the weight, have fun, lift a little bit more and go from there. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on that. I'm gonna crack on and see what weight I can move basically. I genuinely think my left shoulder is stronger than my right, but that really baffles me because the amount of times I've done a shoulder press on a machine and my left arm is conked out before my right is baffling. But I think on a lateral, I think I am stronger because the setup just feels nicer. But I have had problems with my shoulder before. I mean, for the last 3 years, it kind of just like, you won't be able to see it properly, but it kind of just like pops funny there. It just gets stuck. It's very strange. Still don't know what it is. I think it was at some point, it's something to do with my serratus anterior, serratus anterior. I don't know, but it always feels nicer no matter how I like sit and position myself on the seat, because I always like move on a lateral machine. I'll always move closer to one side depending on which one I'm doing. But yeah, the setup always feels nice from the left. And I never use handles. So on the machines where you've got the option for the handles, I'll never hold on to it because then it just takes away me putting tension through my shoulder. Mentally, I'm like, oh, I'm holding on to something, so the tension's going through that. And I don't want to do that. So I tend to just free bear my hands. Does that make sense? I don't hold the handles, basically. It's like my little throne. Maybe it was a chair made for me. Absolutely not. No. It's quite comfy though. It's actually quite comfy. But anyway, session done and dusted. This, I feel kind of like quite regal sitting here. It seems a bit weird. It's not a bit of me. Anyway, session is done and dusted. It was actually really, really good. They had some good pieces of kit in here. Some things I haven't tried before, some that I have, just like an alternative brand to the same piece of equipment that I've done. Some it's completely different brand. But for real, I've noticed that there is a lot of Prime and Arsenal kit in the States. Pretty much every single gym that I've been to since arriving here has had both of them, and it's not very common in the UK to have so much of that equipment, like that heavy based for that brand, if that makes sense. So it's pretty cool to try some different alternative kit over here. But yeah, a very, very good back session. I enjoyed it because it was a case of going in, don't think, just do. And that's what I enjoyed. I had zero plan, as per usual, but no, it felt really good. I got like a little bit of a pump on. I had no pump or pre-workout. I'm missing it. I'm missing my pre-workout. Strom, would you like to bring all of your products over here ASAP? Thank you very much. FYI, he actually is. So anybody that's in the States, in the USA, keep an eye out for Strom Sports Nutrition, which will be landing in the USA very soon. I'm hoping it is anyway, but yeah, keep an eye out because honestly, best products out there, hands down. So anyway, yeah, no pump product, but it felt good. Back done, a little bit of shoulders. I'm just gonna go and jump on and do some cardio to kind of like just do some cardio and move my body and not feel a fat mess. But this was Factory Gym. It was pretty cool. I'm loving the green vibes. I do like the colored gym. It just adds a little bit more of character. And I quite enjoy that. And it's really good lighting. And they've got some like shutters that are open. It's a very weird place. It's almost like a off main road industrial, but like a weird industrial. So yeah, it's not where you'd expect it if you do come down and check it out. But as always, if you are in the area, I've checked it out for you and I definitely rate. So if you need a gym and you're in Austin area, check out Factory Gym. Everybody here has been lovely, as I said, super, super friendly. But yeah, I think that's literally it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed my little back day in the States. As always, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, keep the channel growing. Also, I know this is going to be a lot of gym tour, but I am having the best time. Like, it's very gym heavy at the moment, but I'm keeping it interesting and switching it up because it's different gyms. So yeah, as always though, if there is anything else gym related or in gyms or anything like that, workout training that you guys do want to see, make sure to drop it in the comments and let me know. Or alternatively, go follow my Instagram, please. And feel free to message me on there. As always, I'm more active on my stories on Instagram than I am on YouTube, just because I post a lot more on Instagram. So if you want to keep up to date with normally like real-time posts, go over and check my Instagram out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and big love, and stay tuned for the next one.